Hey YouTube, it's Old Prime 13 again with another video review. So it's been a few days since these guys started shipping out, and I'm finally getting around to doing my reviews of them. Been a bit busy this week, and also had to catch up on some sleep because I've been so busy. But I'm getting to it now. So here we have the first of the two recent Amazon Wreck and Doom collection 2-packs. This one is Spinister and Topspin. Spinister, Topspin. And a nice little 2-pack. We'll take a quick look at the box. Get these guys back so I don't hit them with it. Some very nice artwork there. You know, sometimes I feel bad about throwing these boxes out because a lot of them do have really cool artwork. But I only have so much living space, and I cannot fill it up with boxes. I already keep too many of the boxes, and it's usually just the high-end third-party ones that I do. But we got Spinister here and Topspin here. 18 steps for Topspin and 25 for Spinister. Here we got Topspin. Here we got Spinister. Here we got Versus Fight. And here we got legal jargon, and here we got our product shots. We got Spinister with his Target Masters and Topspin with his Headmaster Freeze Out, and then Singe and Hair Splitter. So I'm never going to remember those names because I don't particularly care that much about the smaller parts, and I only have so much room in my empty noggin. So. But yeah, nice box. And we do get a lovely instruction booklet, and it is double-sided for your convenience. But there is that. And of course we get a few accessories. Totally forgot to take his off, but yeah, for Topspin we just get the same guns as that came with, was it Twin Twist? Pretty sure it was Twin Twist. I have him here, I'm just trying to remember. I think that was his name. Forgive me if I'm wrong. Where'd he go? Oh, there he is. Has the same guns. They're just done in a much darker, more gunmetal metallic than straight silver. But it still looks good. And I gotta say, as I I really do like this version of the mold a lot more. And I think part of it is that he's like sort of a starship, whereas this guy was like a mining rig. And I think just the overall aesthetic works better. I mean, this is still a decent figure. Like, I'm not saying he's terrible or anything. I just think I like this one more. Well, I don't think I know I like this one more. But yeah, and there are a couple reasons. These big treads on the side feel a bit more clunky, and I might as well take this opportunity to rant, but every time I see a mining vehicle with like little drills like this that feels like it should be like some sort of subterranean mining vehicle, I always find it weird, because it's like you're not going to be able to dig very far with like the little drills you got before you gotta stop and like wait for other people to clear stuff. And you know, maybe that's the point. I don't know. I'm not a miner in either sense of the word. Miners! Yeah, go watch TF1 and take a shot every time they say miner. But yeah, I just prefer the sort of like starship alt mode that this guy has. But yeah, here we have our, you know, comparison for, you know, the mold. And as you can see, they inverted the red and the blue. But overall, it's still a nice figure. I don't hate the old one by any means. I still have it, obviously. Well, I never sell my old stuff anyway, but I do think this mold looks better. And from what I understand, like, this isn't the first version that's been like the starship. It's not like or it is a retool remold, but like they already did this in like different colors a while back. I think it was like white and blue. I don't know. But I really dig this figure. I really do like it. I think he's neat. And we'll take a quick look here at Spinister. He's actually the one I was the most excited for when I ordered these 2-packs. But honestly, he's just sort of okay now that I have him in hand. Like, there are some things that are sort of meh about him, in my opinion. Part of it is that in helicopter mode, the other leg doesn't tab underneath properly, so it does that thing where it goes in and pushes itself back out. That bugs the heck out of me. And I kind of wish there was like more to do with this, or like a way to lock it in. Because like in the artwork, I already tossed the box across the room, so I can't really get it. But like in some of the artwork and I think some of the promo shots, his helicopter blades are up like this, which obviously like you can kind of do it because they like, but they're angled like this, and it does make more sense for it to be down here, but they do kind of flop around. So, yeah. But yeah, by no means is he a bad figure, and by no means am I disappointed with him. But I feel like out of the excitement I had for him, he probably lived up to it the least. So, just being honest. But yeah, we'll do a couple other size comparisons here. Let's bring this guy back in just real quick, just so you get an idea. Okay, fine. You don't get to be in the shot. Be that way. Yeah. Here we have Fugitive Waspinator. And here we have Earthrise Prime. And just one more. Here we have the Ballway Ironhide, which I need to get around to doing that review too. But yeah, overall, a neat little 2-pack here. Should probably also go over Spinister's accessories before I forget that. So he comes with 2 blasters, one in black, one in that dark blue. And there are a couple of things you can do with these. They have pegs on both the top and the bottom. So if you want, you can peg them into his hands. You can peg them into his forearm. I find that if you use the top peg, while it doesn't look as nice, it holds better. But you, again, also get his Target Masters. And I feel like every time I get new Target Masters, they're painted slightly nicer than the last ones I get. I don't know if I'm imagining that or not. But yeah, like these guys feel like they were painted quite well. They got the hits of silver there. This one has sort of a navy blue, while this guy's got a little bluish turquoise. And they also have their faces painted. This guy has his gun in purple. But yeah, to transform them, it's the pretty simple. Flip out the barrel and you're done. Flip out the barrel and you're done. And you can put them, we're going to alternate. So we're going to put black with blue and black with purple. And you can have him armed to the teeth. So, yeah. Very neat. Anyways, let's go over our not accessories, what's the word? Articulation. I know how to speak English, I swear. Alright, so for Spinister, we have head is on a ball joint, very much restricted. Well, not really actually. It's not that restricted by the tail fin, though he doesn't get as much side to side. And I actually really do like his face sculpt. He's got a big faceplate and some red eyes. It does look nice. I really need to get a fancier camera. But we do get 360 at the arms, double jointed elbows for a full range of motion. We do get bicep swivel, and we do get swivel at the wrist. I do kind of wish that the wrists or the hands folded away in transformation, but it's not a huge deal. We do get 360 at the waist. Again, these helicopter blades can move around, and they do, like, God, I can't think of words. They move around. They move around. Can kick that far forward. Can kick very far back. Gets over 90 degrees at the knee, so you can have him kick himself in the back of the head if you want. Can do the splits, and we do get some ankle pivot there. You also get some up and down at the toes due to transformation, so that's nice too. So yeah. And we'll go over this guy. So he can rotate the head 360. It does get plenty of wiggly waggly to the point where his entire head falls off. It's probably one of my main complaints with the Headmaster Titan Return figures is that it's very easy for their heads to pop out. These wings can be angled a little bit. Ball jointed shoulders that are also on a hinge. Does also have full range elbows. You know what? You want to go sit in timeout because this is how you get put in timeout. But yeah, this guy in particular, his head does like it stays, but it doesn't stay. So it's annoying. But you do get bicep swivel, and there is sort of like a double hinge here, so you do kind of get some posability with how you even set up the elbow. Do get, oh no, we do not get wrist swivel. I just tore his hand off. That's not how that's supposed to work. That's not how that's supposed to work. Hold on while I figure out how to put his hand back in. That was a thing. Yeah. Do get 360 at the waist. There is some movement with this back assembly stuff if you care. Can kick that far forward, that far back. Does get some decent knee bend. So I have this issue with both versions of this mold that I have, but the knee is supposed to tab in to the leg, and it doesn't really do that. Because of the way the legs close, it's not too big of a deal, and the knee joints are stiff enough that he still holds a pose fine, but it does kind of make his legs move a little bit awkwardly. But you also get a nice thigh swivel. No ankle tilt, but you can technically move the feet up a little bit, but as you can see, that's more of a transformation joint, and it unpegs the back of his leg, well, opens up the back of his leg rather. Then yeah, ball jointed hips. So, and if you want, you can angle these knee pads in different ways. But yeah, so there is that. So yeah, let's go ahead and get on to transformation. Let's start with topspin first. So to start, we are going to remove his head, and then we're going to come here to the arms, open up these panels, flip in the fist, and then collapse that elbow joint like so. Gotta come over here, rinse and repeat, open this up, fold the hand in, collapse the elbow joint, close that up. Then we're gonna pull this whole cockpit thing up and bring these sort of nose cone pieces forward. And then we want to, I believe, yeah, we want to rotate the legs around. No, wait, no we don't. We want to unclip the waist and then rotate this part around. There we go. Actually, might still need, yeah, we do still need to rotate the waist. Never mind. But yeah, we're going to bring this up and lock that back in. Then fold this whole thing down. And then using those hinged shoulders, we're going to bring these in. And they are going to tab in right here to the silver piece. There's a little tab right there. Bring this in, tab that in. Then we are going to come here to the legs. We're going to open this up. We're going to flip the foot all the way in so that the thruster is out. And then we're going to collapse that knee into the leg like so. There we go. And then we're going to rinse and repeat. Bring that in. Then we're going to tab the legs together like so. And then bring them up. I'm pretty sure, yeah, they do tab in to this part here. They just sort of already went in, but yeah, like so. And then we can take our little dude, turn his head around, fold out his legs, sit him in the cockpit, and then I want to make sure he's laying back enough that it closes properly. And there we have Topspin in his like starfighter mode or whatever. And I dig it. I do dig it. I know this mold is a little more niche because it is like Diaclone based, and I think this is also Diaclone paint job. But yeah, I really dig it. I like the nice vibrant red, the dark blue gives some nice contrast, and I really do like the alt mode in general. And got some nice sculpted thrusters there. Would be nice if there was like some blast of. No, those are just rounded nubs. Yeah, let's try it anyway. Let's try it anyway. Nope, never mind. It would be nice if blast effects went with this, but I'm pretty sure this mold was designed before all of that started being a regular thing. So, is what it is. But it's a neato ship. Very cool. Now let's move on to Spinister. Got a cool name if nothing else. So to start out, what we are going to want to do is we are going to want to untab the tail fin of the helicopter from the back, and then bring his like chest slash waist forward a bit. Yeah, and then you sort of push in on his chest, and you want to, yeah, there we go. This whole thing to sort of come around like so, and then we're going to pull this whole thing up and around and over his head like so. Then we are going to bring this the rest of the way down, close this whole top of the helicopter up like that. Then for the arms, there is a tab and a slot. You're going to use that double elbow to bring it up, peg it together, rinse and repeat. And you just kind of leave those off to the side for now. Then you're going to rotate the legs sideways, and you want to make sure that the one with the wheel is facing forward. So then you bring this up, rotate that, or wait, no. I think you want to, yeah, you want to rotate it so that the windshield is facing in. You're going to open up this back panel, and you're going to fold this up. You want to bring the foot out on this hinge all the way out to the side, and then you can close that up over the leg, and you got the front of the helicopter starting there. You're going to close this up. You can go ahead and fold out that landing gear if you want. Then the foot, as you can see, that toe movement, you want to bring it all the way down, and there is, see if I can get that in the shot. Not really, but there's a little tab there on his heel that is going to go into this slot right here next to the pin. And you want to make sure that it gets all the way in there. clicks in. Then you can bring that a little closer in, and then we want to do the other leg. It's essentially rinse and repeat. You open this up, and you want to, bring it in, and you want the glass to face down, so you want it angled this way. And then you're gonna start folding that up. You want to fold that foot out as well, and you kind of want to close this up around his leg, and then close this flap, and then fold it the rest of the way under, like so. And then again with the foot, you want to get it all oriented. Let's see. Yeah, there we go. Rotate that around, and again there's a slot and a tab, and I think this side is a little harder to go in. Doesn't like to cooperate as much. Okay. Come on. There we go. Anywho, so now we have both the feet, and we're going to bring them all the way in like so. And again, this is supposed to like tab in under here, but as you can see, it doesn't, because it won't. And then the arms, there is a little tab here on his bicep. It's going to go into this little slot here to lock them into place. And yeah, that's probably one of my biggest complaints, is the hands are just kind of sticking out here on the vehicle mode. But again, it's a deluxe, it's not the end of the world. Anyway, we want to straighten out those helicopter blades, make sure that they spin freely. And there we have him all transformed up. And as far as the accessories for Spinister, you can take his target masters and you can actually peg them here into the bottoms of his feet. Like so. And as far as these guns, you can peg them into these holes on his shoulders. So yeah, he is armed to the teeth yet again. And as far as this guy's guns go, you can tab them in like here on the sides. I just like to keep them on the wings because I think they look weird. I think his guns look weird. That's probably one of the few things I don't like about that. But yeah, and you can, put these in different places if, the fact that he's now gonna sit lopsided bugs you. Bring this camera down. But do a quick comparison. What did I do with them? Where'd he go? There it is. Here we have them next to Earthrise Prime. Do a so yeah, a nice little 2-pack, a nice way to get these molds. And I do believe Spinister is just a straight reissue, but I do believe this is a new paint job for this figure. So there's that. Oh, I almost forgot, this guy has landing gear too. Flip down that landing gear. But yeah, I do dig this set. And again, Spinister is good. I dig him. Not quite as good as I was hoping. I do have some nitpicks with him, and again, the tabs but doesn't tab thing annoys me to no end, but I'm pretty sure that's like a quality control thing. Not much I can do about it now. Overall, the rest of the figure is fine. I do really like his alt mode too. Really like how he looks with all the guns. He's totally ready to shred some Autobots. And honestly, I feel like we do need more helicopters. I feel like we need more helicopters. Armada Cyclonus when. But yeah, as far as the set as a whole, actually, maybe I should just give them individual rating. I don't know. Well, you kind of got to buy them together. The set as a whole, I'd say I give an 8 out of 10. There are little nitpicks here and there, and little issues, but overall, I say it's a worthwhile set. I do wish it was a little cheaper because I think after like tax and shipping, it was like $60, and 2 deluxes usually runs you like after tax and everything is usually like 55-ish, like almost liter price. So it would have been nice if it was a little cheaper since you're buying them as a bundle rather than a little more expensive. That's probably my biggest complaint. But otherwise, I find these guys totally worthwhile. You know, I'm satisfied in the buy and buy. So yeah, again, these are one of 2 Amazon exclusive 2-packs. So that is my review for Topspin and Spinister. And this is Soul Prime 13 saying transform and soul out.